It's book haul time, and I think this is the biggest one I've ever done on this channel. I have 3 books that I just obtained randomly earlier this month, and then yesterday I went to a big book sale, so all the rest are from that, and there's 15 books. So let's go ahead and get started with this. First up, we have Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter by Seth Grahame-Smith. I picked this up randomly while I was at Target, which I try not to do too often because, you know, like if we all just buy our books at like Target and Walmart and that sort of place, then the only place where you'll be able to buy books will be Target and Walmart and that kind of thing, and that sounds horrible to me, so yeah. But I have already read that, and I'm gonna do a review for it, so we'll talk about that in another video, and let's move on. We gotta get stuff done. The next 2 I got from my mom because she was cleaning out her books and was like, hey, do you want these? And I was like, sure. Cool story, bro. First, there's A Mercy by Toni Morrison, and I have never read any Toni Morrison, so I was like, sure, why not? And the other one she gave me was Little Bee by Cleave. And this one she kind of made me take. She's like, no, you should read this. I think you'll really like it. So I was like, okay. Now we are on to the book sale books. It was a really good book fair, actually. It was the St. Louis Book Fair, which they do every year, and it benefits local education and literacy charities, which is awesome. And it was huge. I think if I go again next year, though, I will probably go on half price day at the end because it was so big that I feel like there would still be a ton of things that I would want, and then I could save a little bit of money. So the first thing I bought was Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead by Tom Stoppard. I've actually read that one already because it's a play script, so I just sat down and read it in like an hour yesterday. I don't think I'm going to do an individual review of that, but I will talk about it in the April wrap-up post, so there you go. Next I got 13 Ways of Looking at the Novel by Jane Smiley, which you can probably tell from the bookmark I have started reading already. Yeah, I went into the book fair planning to like look for some nonfiction because I feel like my TBR pile is very light on the nonfiction right now and I like to have a good mix. So of course that is the only nonfiction title that I bought. But Jane Smiley was apparently in the middle of writing a novel and it really wasn't going well. So she just like stopped and read 100 novels and like tried to figure out like the basic construction of novels, like just break them down to their component parts, which sounds really cool to me. And I'm not very far in, but it seems pretty good so far. Then we have The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie by Muriel Sparks. Or Spark. It's just Spark. It's not plural. That one is about schoolgirls being led astray by their teacher, probably in a less porny way than that sounds. But it's supposed to be really good. It's on all of those, like, 1,000 books to read before you die lists and whatnot, so yay. Next up is Brideshead Revisited by Evelyn Waugh. Is it Evelyn or Evelyn? I've heard it both ways. I don't know. Oh man, look at this really ugly movie tie-in edition. There are a lot of movie tie-in editions in this pile, but I mean, they're $1, so it's hard to really be picky about it. But I'm very excited about Brideshead Revisited. It's my first Evelyn Waugh. And I know Words of a Reader really loves Evelyn Waugh, so I'm sure she's very excited about this development. Next we've got The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Waugh by Junot Diaz. It won the Pulitzer and it's about a nerd, so that'll probably be good for me. Next up we have The Alchemist by Paulo. Coelho? Perhaps. That's one that everybody like freaks out about, which has actually managed to lower my expectations. Because everybody's all like, oh my god, The Alchemist was so good, I want to stuff my body into a cannon and shoot myself into the sun. And I'm just like, okay, it can't possibly be that good. So this will probably work out alright, because I feel like I'm going in with like reasonable expectations now. Yep. Next we have Bastard Out of Carolina by Dorothy Allison. That one is about children in the South, which I like, and it's supposed to be really good, and also I will read pretty much anything with a swear word in the title, because I'm 12. I also got The Hours by Michael Cunningham, which also won the Pulitzer, so many Pulitzer winners in this pile. I'm gonna be super well read when I get through with these. That is one that I've been meaning to read for a while now, so I'm glad that I found that. Next we have Master and Commander by Patrick O'Brien. Russell Crowe is kind of creeping me out here. Why do you look so intense, Russell Crowe? What's the deal? I haven't seen the movie that ended up becoming, but I heard that it wasn't very good, but that the books are actually really good, so I'm gonna give that a try. Then we have The History of Love by Nicole Krauss. I have been meaning to read Nicole Krauss for so long that I no longer remember what that book is about, but it's supposed to be really good. Also, fun fact, she is married to Jonathan Safran Foer. I also got Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides, and I have been meaning to read that forever, so I'm very excited that I got a copy of it for $1. And finally, I got We Were the Mulvaneys by Joyce Carol Oates. As you may recall, I read a short story collection by Joyce Carol Oates a couple of months ago, and I wasn't crazy about it, but I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm really picky about short stories. So I decided to try one of her novels and see if that worked better for me. And We Were the Mulvaneys is one that like everybody seems to pick as their favorite, or at least a lot of people, so I went with that one. Okay, hopefully this isn't gonna end up being too long, but if it is, thank you for sticking with it. If you have read any of these, I would love to know your spoiler-free thoughts on them in the comments below, and I will see you soon. Bye.